Good evening. How are you doing? It's been a kind of a rough day today, weather-wise, but I say today, I mean yesterday, because it's now 1:30 in the morning. I've been having a bit of a break from YouTube, you may have noticed. It wasn't intended, it just happened that way, and I just thought, oh, I'm getting on. I just got fed up. I got fed up with the numbers going down. I've lost, oh, I don't know. I don't want to talk about the numbers. Yeah, but I haven't been doing nothing. I've been keeping busy. I've had a bit of a change around in my living area. Let me just stand up. I put a curtain across my bed. I haven't tidied up there yet. That's got to become a cupboard, that area. I'll get around to it sometime. That's my bed in there. It's sort of like a ship's bed, a bunk bed. Nothing much changed there except I've put a curtain across. I've moved the piano up to this end of the room. I've put my television there. It was over there on that shelf in the corner. I've cut that shelf down. I'll turn that light down a bit. I've cut that shelf down. That's where the telly was. Oh, and I put a Venetian blind up, which I'm quite pleased with, on my window. I only put that up a couple of days ago. I can't see what I'm doing, because they go like that. And then you can close it again, like that. And I put my desk, and I had my wash dresser, I had that here, making a kind of a little, what do you call it, when you come through the main door, and there the wash dresser was here, like a wall. Then I had to go this way that's a wet patch on the floor where Mia's drink was, which I just moved because I didn't think you want to see that. Yeah, so the chest of drawers, which I don't know if you remember, was dark blue. Well, I've painted it. I painted it yellow because I was going to paint it first yellow, and then I was going to go over it with an orange I was trying to match up that colour of the desk. And then I painted it like that, and I put a few knots. So there was no knots in it. It was just dark blue. Do you remember? You can see the dark blue still behind it. I put a few fake knots and fake wood effects on it. And I was, as I say, going to go over it again with a light wash of orange. But then I thought, oh, I quite like it. So that's my dresser. That's what I've been up to lately. Having a change of round of things. Oh, and I put that chair there. For Bonnie. And believe it or not, she's never sat on it. So now it seems to be a resting place for the rifle. Talking about rifles, I always wanted a... is it light enough for you to see what's going on in here? I don't know if it is. Let me have a look around. Well, I suppose you can see. I put the main light on. There's no light shade. Might be too much. Well, anyway, I'll keep it down. So I always wanted a rifle to hang on the wall, because when I was a kid, my stepdad had a shotgun. I'm calling it a rifle, I mean shotgun. He had a shotgun right by the front door, so you could grab it and dash out and murder something. Oh, I shouldn't say that on YouTube, should I? Dash out and get our dinner. And I thought, oh, I wish I had a shotgun. I didn't. Oh, it's just broken off of the holder here. I wish I had a shotgun. And I thought, a couple of days ago, I thought, hey, look at that. See all my money? Look at that. Must be hundreds in there. What was I talking about? Yeah, I thought, I wish I had a shotgun. And so I went in my workshop because I got fed up. I thought, I'm fed up doing work around the place. I want to do something for myself, to amuse myself. So I made myself this shotgun. Ornamental. It's not, it doesn't work, of course, it's just ornamental, but I was very, very pleased with it. Well, I was pleased with it, and so I put it on the mantelpiece. There it is. And eventually behind that it'll be covered in, so that'll have a white background, so you'll see the gun more. But it's just it's made to look like an old-fashioned flintlock shotgun, but it's not. It's just a piece of wood, 2 bits of pipe, and some bits of stuff I've cut out, and some brass screws. But it looks quite effective. It would look better without that big light on, actually. There. Doesn't that look good? Though I say so myself. Anyway, so yeah, so there was a few of you kind people have been concerned about where I've been. Right, it's only been 10 days. So I thought I'd better make a little video, even though it's 1:30 in the morning. So here I am, and that's what I've been up to. Not a lot, but doing things I want to do. But yeah, anyway, as I say, it's 1:30 in the morning. I've just remembered I've got to get up in the morning because I've got a leak on my art studio roof where the chimney comes in, and my son-in-law, Lee, and I are going to repair that tomorrow, so I've got to be up early. You may say, where is Mia? Where is Mia, the German Shepherd? She's not on her bed. Well, Mia has taken lately to just going out at night. I make sure she has a name on her collar. She can't get out of the paddock, although I say that, she did once get out. Don't know if I told you about that, about a month, 6 weeks ago. For a dog who can hardly walk, but she got out of the paddock, and she ended up at a vet's in Worthing, which is about 10-12 miles away. Someone had found her at the bottom of the drive. She wasn't even lost, to be honest. She'd just gone for a wander, and they picked her up. And because, believe it or not, that day, I'd actually taken her collar off to put it in the wash, and so she had no collar. But it went on Facebook somehow, and of course Mia, the German Shepherd, being famous, was recognised, and I was informed, and we went and got her 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't have a vehicle at that time, so I couldn't go, but my next door neighbour is a night owl like me, and she was still up, so I can't remember how I got in touch with her. I think I must have knocked on the door and said, can you give me a lift to Worthing? And bless her, she did. And anyway, that's that saga of Mia. But anyway, as I was saying, Mia, she does a little round. She comes out of here. She goes into the blacksmith shop and has a lie down. She comes out of the blacksmith shop, goes into the wood shop, the wood pile, the wood cutting area, lies in the sawdust. Then she goes into the little shed behind that and has a lay down in the straw. Then she comes out of there. She goes and lies in I have to leave the big garage door open so she can get in there. She has to lie in there. Then she has to lie outside the Harley shed. Then she comes in and says hello. And then she'll have her breakfast. But yeah, so she's taken to going out at night, and because I tried to sleep, and if I left her in, she'd wake me up. So now I just let her go out. I leave the door open so she can come in when she wants to, if she feels so inclined. And so that's why she's not in here. She's out there. Probably at this moment she's on her sofa, a scruffy old sofa out there that she loves. But she has her good days and her bad days. And there have been times when I've thought, is it time to call the vet? And then I think, no, she's still all right. She's enjoying her food. She goes for a little wander around. But then the next day she won't do anything. She'll just lie all day in one spot. Oh, and she started nibbling herself again with her autoimmune thing that irritates her skin. So she's nearly 12 now. So, but she, she's still with it, although she doesn't really pay much attention to anything I ask her to do these days. She still likes her dinner and her snacks, and she still likes Bonnie, to eat Bonnie's dinner when she thinks I'm not looking. Well, that's what it's up. And you know what? Tonight I was going to sit here. I thought I'll tell them a story about the time, my first ever ship, when we went to the Middle East. I better not say what country. We, 4 of us, two of the older blokes and one other young steward bloke and me, went out. I don't know how you get, you always get a drink in these dry countries, supposedly. There's always someone to go for a drink. Maybe it was the Seamen's Mission we went to, and we all had a drink. And then it was decided by the older 2 that they needed a woman. So they all got into this taxi and take us to women. I'm not going to tell this story now. But anyway, shall I tell it? No. Anyway, we all went off into the desert, God knows where, miles out into the desert. And there was a shack there. And that's where the women were. Well, I was only 16. And I was kind of scared. And I'd just been through Merchant Navy training school. And I knew what could possibly happen to you. It was brothel, really, basically. Just these 2 women behind some Hessian sort of curtains. Not one of your posh Arab encampments. It was just a little shanty thing. These 2 guys, the older guys went into the ladies. Me and the other young guy sat in the cab. Then after they'd come out, we all went back. And of course they had to go and see the chief steward on the journey home. Some of you might know what that means. Anyway, that's the story I was going to tell you, and I'm glad I didn't tell you because it's been embarrassing. All right. Thanks for looking in. Take care. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. I hope you are. Bye-bye for now. Bye.